Going to talk about fruits that can be dangerous for older people. With age, the body becomes more sensitive to certain foods, and even seemingly healthy fruits can cause unpleasant consequences, especially when it comes to the elderly. As we age, our bodies change, digestion becomes more sensitive, the risk of high blood sugar increases, and the reaction to certain foods may not be the same as when we were younger. Fruits that seem healthy can cause discomfort, affect blood pressure, or even exacerbate chronic diseases. For example, some of them can cause acid reflux. Others can spike glucose levels, and there are those that can cause allergies or even impede kidney function. It seems unexpected, doesn't it? After all, we've always heard that fruit is healthy. But it's important to know the right amount and understand how they affect the body in old age. So today we're going to look at which fruits should be limited or completely excluded from the diet to maintain good health and avoid harm. Read on to find out what mistakes to avoid and how to choose the right fruit for the elderly. It will be interesting and useful. Let's start with one of the most popular fruit groups, citrus fruits. Oranges, lemons, grapefruit. Colorful, aromatic, and full of flavor, they seem an ideal choice to take care of your health. We have always heard that they are rich in vitamin C, which strengthens the immune system. But are they really so safe for everyone? If you are 60, 70, or older, it is important to know that your body no longer functions as it did in your youth. The digestive system becomes more delicate, the metabolism changes, and an excess of acidic foods can have negative consequences. The first problem, acidity. Citrus fruits contain a large amount of acid, which can irritate the stomach lining. If you suffer from gastritis, reflux, or heartburn, consuming oranges or lemons in excess can aggravate these discomforts. Many older people notice that after eating an orange they feel heaviness, burning, or even stomach pain. The second problem, teeth. With the passage of time, teeth become more sensitive. The acids in citrus fruits can wear down tooth enamel, increasing sensitivity and even favoring the appearance of cavities. And if you are also one of those who drink orange juice every day, the risk is even greater. The third problem, drug interactions. This is a fundamental point. Some citrus fruits, especially grapefruit, can alter the effect of certain medications. If you take medication for blood pressure, heart, or cholesterol, grapefruit can make the drug more potent or less effective, which can be dangerous. Did you know that? Citrus fruits are not enemies, but it is important to know how to consume them safely. Here are some recommendations to enjoy them safely. Avoid eating them on an empty stomach. Drinking lemon juice or eating an orange on an empty stomach is a sure recipe for heartburn and digestive discomfort. If you like citrus fruits, drink them after meals, when the stomach already has a protective barrier. Dilute acidic juices. If you like orange or lemon juice, it is best to mix it with water. This reduces its impact on the stomach and teeth. And another important trick, after drinking acidic juice, rinse your mouth with water to remove acid residue and protect your enamel. Moderate grapefruit consumption. If you take medication, consult your doctor before including grapefruit in your diet. And even if there are no medical restrictions, it is advisable not to consume more than 1 grapefruit a week to avoid. Listen to your body. If after eating oranges or lemons you feel heaviness, bloating, or discomfort, these foods may not be right for you. Pay attention to your body's signals. Choose quality fruits. If you decide to eat citrus fruits, opt for those of organic origin and avoid those that have been treated with waxes or chemicals. Before consuming them, wash them well and, if possible, avoid eating the peel. Citrus fruits are not harmful, but they are not beneficial for everyone. The important thing is to consume them in moderation and adapt them to your state of health. In the next segment, we will talk about another very common fruit that can cause unexpected problems. Don't miss it. Bananas are probably one of the most favorite fruits. They are soft, sweet, satisfying, and convenient. You can take them with you on the go or grab a quick snack. But are they really that safe for everyone, especially for the elderly? Let's find out. On the one hand, bananas are a source of potassium, which is good for the heart and blood vessels. But on the other hand, they contain a lot of sugar and can affect blood glucose levels. First, bananas can increase sugar levels. Many people think that if a fruit is natural, then the sugar in it is safe. But in fact, bananas have a high glycemic index, especially overripe ones. This means that after eating them, blood sugar levels rise quite quickly. And for people who are at risk of diabetes or have already been diagnosed with diabetes, this can be a problem. The second is the effect on blood pressure. Bananas do contain potassium, which can help lower blood pressure. But what's interesting is that it doesn't work the same for everyone. If a person is taking certain medications for hypertension, then a large number of bananas can even cause an excess of potassium in the body, which negatively affects the heart. Third, there are digestive problems. Ripe bananas are soft and easy to digest, but if they are still a little greenish, they contain a lot of starch, which can cause bloating, heaviness in the stomach, and constipation. Conversely, bananas that are too overripe can have a laxative effect. So what to do? Should you exclude bananas from your diet? Let's talk about it further. So, we've already found out that bananas are not just a safe fruit, but a product that should be consumed wisely. Let's take a look at some simple tips on how to add them to your diet to do good, not harm. First, choose medium-ripened bananas, not too green, as they can cause digestive problems, and not too overripe, as they dramatically increase blood sugar levels. Second, don't eat bananas on an empty stomach. They spike your sugar levels quickly, and if you have insulin problems, this can lead to a sudden spike in energy, followed by an equally sudden drop. It's best to eat a banana as part of a breakfast or snack along with protein foods such as cottage cheese or yogurt. Third, watch the quantity. For the elderly, the optimal rate is no more than 1 banana per day. If you have blood pressure or kidney problems, it is better to limit yourself to 3 to 4 bananas a week. Fourth, pay attention to how you feel. If you feel bloated, heavy in the stomach, or even changes in blood pressure after eating a banana, this fruit may not be suitable for you in large quantities. To summarize, bananas can be a great addition to your diet if you eat them wisely, but don't forget that even healthy foods can have their own nuances. In the next section, we'll talk about another interesting group of fruits that may also have hidden risks. So stay tuned for more useful information. Grapes are not just a delicious and juicy fruit, but also a real sugar bomb. It seems so healthy, but is it really suitable for everyone? Especially for those who monitor their blood sugar? Let's find out. You'll be surprised to know that 100 grams of grapes contain up to 16 grams of natural sugar. This is more than many other fruits. And if we talk about raisins, there is even more sugar there, because all the water evaporates and the concentration increases. Imagine, a handful of raisins is almost like a spoonful of sugar. Grapes have a high glycemic index, which means that after eating them, blood sugar levels rise sharply, and then it drops just as quickly, causing weakness, fatigue, or even dizziness. For diabetics and people with metabolic disorders, this can be a serious problem. If you notice that you are thirsty or feel heavy in the stomach after eating grapes, this is a signal that the body is having a hard time processing this amount of sugar. This is an additional burden on the pancreas, which can be dangerous, especially for the elderly. So it turns out that grapes and raisins are not so harmless, but does this mean that they should be completely abandoned? Not quite. In the next part, we'll talk about how to eat them properly to avoid harm. So, we have already found out that grapes and raisins can affect blood sugar levels. But how do you make sure you get the most out of them without harming your health? First, eat grapes in small portions, no more than 100 to 150 grams per day. This is about one small handful. If you have problems with diabetes or high blood sugar, it is better to limit your consumption to a few berries. Second, avoid raisins in large quantities. Raisins are concentrated sugar. If you add them to baked goods or cereal, do not add more than 1 or 2 teaspoons, or replace them with other less sweet dried fruits. Third, eat grapes with proteins or fats. For example, if you really like grapes, combine them with nuts or cheese. This will help slow down the absorption of sugar and reduce glucose spikes. Fourth, avoid grape juice. While the grapes themselves still contain fiber, which slightly slows down the absorption of sugar, the juice is actually pure sugar, without any break for the body. Fifth, pay attention to how you feel. If you feel tired, thirsty, or have sudden energy surges after eating grapes or raisins, this is a signal that you should reduce their amount. So, grapes and raisins can be part of the diet, but only if they are consumed in moderation and properly combined with other foods. In the next section, we'll talk about another popular fruit that can be dangerous if you don't know about its peculiarities, so stay tuned. Pomegranate is a real king among fruits. It is tasty, healthy, rich in antioxidants and vitamins. It is often recommended to improve blood circulation and strengthen the heart. But is it always healthy? Pomegranate improves blood circulation and increases vascular tone. This can be good for young people, but in old age, too much vascular stimulation can cause blood pressure surges or even headaches. If you have hypertension, i.e., low blood pressure, pomegranate can make the situation even worse. It dilates blood vessels, and the pressure can drop even lower, causing dizziness, weakness, or even fainting. Pomegranate contains a lot of organic acids that can irritate the gastric mucosa. If you have gastritis or peptic ulcer disease, you should not drink pomegranate juice on an empty stomach. It can cause discomfort or even pain in the abdomen. But this does not mean that pomegranates should be completely excluded. How to eat it properly to get only benefits? Let's talk about it further. Pomegranate is a powerful fruit and it must be consumed properly to avoid harming your health. Here are some important tips. First, limit the amount. The optimal portion is no more than half a pomegranate per day or 100 milliliters of diluted juice. This is enough to get the benefits without risking your blood vessels and stomach. Second, don't drink pure pomegranate juice. It is better to dilute it with water in a 1-to-1 ratio. This will reduce the acidity and not affect blood pressure as much. Third, avoid pomegranate if you have hypotension. If your blood pressure is constantly low, it is better to choose other fruits that do not lower your blood pressure even more. Fourth, watch your body's reaction. If you feel weak, dizzy, or uncomfortable in the stomach after eating pomegranate, it is a sign that you should reduce its amount or eliminate it from your diet. So pomegranate is a healthy fruit, but you need to be careful with it. Now let's summarize everything we learned in this video. Today we took a closer look at several popular fruits that can affect health in old age. Let's recap what we've been talking about. Citrus fruits are healthy, but their high acidity can cause heartburn, irritate the stomach, and even damage tooth enamel. If you are taking certain medications, especially for blood pressure, be careful with grapefruit. Bananas are satisfying and tasty, but they contain a lot of natural sugar, which affects blood glucose levels. They can also disrupt the balance of potassium in the body in large quantities. Grapes and raisins are extremely sweet, which can cause sudden spikes in glucose. For people with diabetes or a tendency to high sugar, they should be consumed with caution. Pomegranate, great for cardiovascular health, but if you have low blood pressure, it can make it even lower. Also, its juice can irritate the stomach if you drink it undiluted. Does this mean that you should exclude these fruits? Not at all. All of these fruits are good for you if you eat them wisely. Here are some general rules that will help you get the most out of them without the risks. Eat fruit at the right time, not on an empty stomach to avoid irritating your stomach. The best time is after a main meal. Control the amount. Fruits are good, but the measure is important in everything. 1 handful of grapes or half a pomegranate is a safe portion for most people. Watch your body's reaction. If you feel heavy, heartburn, weakness, or pressure surges after a fruit, it's a signal that you should reduce it in your diet. Combine fruits properly. If a fruit contains a lot of sugar, it is better to eat it with proteins or fats, such as cheese or nuts. This way, digestion will be slower and there will be no sudden glucose spikes. I hope you found this information useful. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it. It helps us create even more interesting content about healthy eating and wellness. Also, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new episodes. We will have many more topics about foods to add or limit in your diet. And write in the comments, what is your favorite fruit? And have you noticed any changes in your health after eating them? It will be interesting to hear your opinion. Thank you for being with me. Take care, be healthy, and see you soon.